Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
And hello dear friends, you're on the Melonfonk channel. In this video you and I will talk about items that will never be added to Melon Playground and items that will definitely appear in the future Melon Playground. But before we start the video, I want to traditionally say thank you to these guys for being in my video. If you want to be in my next video, it's pretty simple. You need to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and write your top comment. Well, and don't forget to subscribe to the cart, the link is there anyway. I won't drag on your time and have fun watching. Soon in Melon Playground will begin a wave of regular updates in Melon Playground. And since I position my channel primarily as a news in the world of games, I decided to record just such a video. I think you will be interested to listen to the information that was collected during the time that I spent in Melon Playground. And this information is almost 100%. Will not add to Melon Playground. And this is 18+ content. What's included in 18+ content is naturally dangerous and violent content. Although in Melon Playground, I don't know what's more dangerous than you blowing up melons with an atomic bomb, but whatever. In general, this refers to the content 18+, and naturally the developers will never add this. Perhaps some elements of smoking or drinking, well, for example. 18+, so because of this will decrease the sale of this game. And accordingly, the funds received for this game will also decrease, which is quite logical. So, let's go further on the 18+ content. It is, of course, sexual relations and sexual organs, And it is clear why this kind of content will never be added to Melon Playground either. Simply because it will have a negative impact on the game, and maybe the game will get 16 or 18+. Which I again explained earlier will also have a very negative impact on Melon Playground and on the audience of Melon Playground in general. It's strange to even think about sexualizing content in a game that is essentially a teenage game. I will not say that it is childish, because for children's audience it is a bit tough. But for teenage audience, it is really strange to sexualize such a game for such an audience. And the next thing is that they will never likely add Melon on games. I say likely because it is not clear what tomorrow the developers will shoot in the head. But I think that it will never add primarily the female gender because again, it will probably have a negative impact on the audience they will begin to sexualize. This game is in the first place. It turns out it's a berry, and basically, how can a berry be male or female? Basically yes, basically nothing. It turns out that it will be strange if all the same skillfully will be in principle any sex. It's just a berry, which is alive. Anyway, it's like that. And let's move on to the next thing that will never be added to the Melon Playground. And most likely will never add controls to Melon Playground. Not lived realizable. It is in principle realizable, but I think the developers will not go for this step because, after all, the controls go against the concept of Melon Playground. In principle, for Melon to have more animation, I'm in favor, but to add maybe some control, it would be cool, but out of place. Honestly, I'd like it. I'd be more comfortable there for films, for that, for everything, really just more comfortable when you have controls. But basically, it really goes against the logic of the Melon Sandbox, which involves building some elements from life, for example, or just scouting. Let's say, killed by time. But it's not tied into actually controlling Melon and doing anything with Melon's help. Anyway, I think you get my idea, my point, my thoughts, but honestly, I'd like to... It would be fun for me. Write your opinion in the comments, of course. I think the developers would agree with me. They may have thought about it too, but clearly it really goes against the logics at Playground again. What do you think about it? Write in the comments, because it's ambiguous here. But I think the developers will never take this step, And the next thing that will never likely add to Melon Playground is organs, despite the fact that now this topic plus or minus on the hype. Many YouTubers, including myself, made a video about it. But I think that the organs will never add, because again it will fall in the elements of content 18+, and then Melon Playground will lose more than gain. Yes, it would be cool, interesting, beautiful, but it would realistically probably be unnecessary, simply because it would be really cruel to cut it all out as a mod. Okay, it's a really cool theme as a mod, but as just an element of the game, I don't know, I think it's kinda weird. It would be just because, well, really, imagine the organs in Melon Playground. You shoot the liver, there's actual liver falling out. Basically, it would be really violent and it's extremely negative for the audience. What do you think? Write, of course, your opinion in the comments, but I think that the developers will definitely not risk taking this step, although it would be cool. And now we'll finish with the things that will never be added to Melon Playground and move on to the things that will definitely appear in this game. And first and foremost, let's start with the map editor. This has been announced more than once by the developers themselves, including in their Discord official channel. How exactly it will look like nobody knows yet. Well, and in principle, when it will be announced too, no one knows. But it seems to me that it can have a positive impact on Melon Playground, as it is some, let's say, hype activity. And there are negative sides. I'll explain why in a moment. When you add too much content, the player expects nothing more. And then, in fact, developers will have no reason for new activity. So there will be fewer updates and, in principle, that can have a negative impact on the audience because they are always waiting for something new. And how can we surprise her if, in principle, the game is already quite complete? In general, there are two sides of the coin, and I do not know which of them is correct. Please write your opinion in the comments. Well, the next thing that will definitely also appear in Melon Playground is also Editor Car, or Car Editor, or Editor Machine, or basically a car editor. This was actually said by the developers themselves, also in one of the Discord some servers. Anyway, it's really true, and the car editor will appear in Melon Playground in the near future. Maybe it will be update 21.0, maybe 22 or 23.0. No one can say for sure yet, but I think it would be quite interesting too. It might be a mistake though. I don't know. Write your opinion in the comments, of course. Again, exactly the same side as with the card editors. In general, perhaps it will be dangerous. Because of the lack of updates, we will fall. Activity in the audience, which always negatively affects in principle on the community. And the last thing to add in the near future, most likely in update 21.0, is a workshop. A new workshop where there will be new coins. I do not know how they will play their role and in principle for what will be needed coins or game currency, but I think it would be really interesting. We will see in the future how it will affect the audience Melon Playground and in principle how it will affect really very interesting. Just look at the vector of development Melon Playground. The real interesting thing is not the goal, but the path to that goal. So remember these wise words. Well, this is the end of my video. Thank you all for watching, good luck to everyone, goodbye, and remember mate, as always, see you the other day.